Oh, we're live.
Hi everyone, Pastor Ron Brown here with Pastor Laura Kistart from the First Congregational Church of Southington, Connecticut. Still setting up our camera a little bit here. We're glad for you to join us for this quick preview of our worship services for this Sunday, February 20th, and some upcoming events for Lent.
So this Sunday, February 20th, we will worship here at 8 a.m. in our Barnes Memorial Chapel and at 10:15 here in the Meeting House. Our 8 a.m. worship service is a simple worship service with piano music, prayers, the sermon, scripture readings, and communion. And then our 10:15 worship features a blended music style, both contemporary worship music, more traditional songs. We also have the scripture and prayers and the sermon and also communion. During our 10:15 worship, we do have church school for school-age children through middle school. And so we hope that you will join us for worship either in person or also virtually. We live stream our 10:15 worship. It is available on Facebook, on YouTube, or directly on the church's website.
And this week during worship, we will continue our 2-week look at Jesus' Sermon on the Plain, which is recorded in the 6th chapter of the Gospel of Luke. This week, we turn to some pretty challenging teaching that Jesus offers, some ethical teaching about loving one's enemies and doing good to those who do harm to us. It's really a difficult thing to think about outside the context that Jesus offers it. But part of this reading is something that is common to many of the world religions, which we often call the Golden Rule. In Luke, Jesus states it in its positive form: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So we'll look at this ethical teaching in that context of what it means practically for us as we live our lives and hear the challenge to love our enemies as Jesus teaches. Just try to figure out how this is going to affect us as we seek to live in this world and in the context that we are in. So I hope you'll come join us in worship to kind of look at those things and struggle together with how to best live as people following in the way of Jesus in the world.
And we are approaching the season of Lent. The Lenten season begins with Ash Wednesday, which is 2 weeks from today, on Wednesday, March 2nd. So on that day, there will be a couple different ways to connect with the church and connect with your faith. Beginning at 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., the Meeting House will be open, and there will be prayer stations set up in here. So you are invited to come anytime that is convenient for you during those hours to come in and take some time of prayer. And a pastor will be available to offer ashes, to impose ashes if you would like that, at the top of every hour. We also knew this year, Pastor Ron and I will join Reverend Helena Martin from St. Paul's Episcopal Church, and we will be offering ashes to go at the corner of Center and Main Street here in downtown Southington, and that will be from 8 a.m. until 9 a.m. And so if you are coming and going during that time, we invite you to drive by, and we will impose ashes and have a brief moment of prayer together. And then we will have also 2 worship services on Ash Wednesday at noon and at 7 p.m. And so both of those are times that you're invited to join us here in the Meeting House for a moment of worship and to observe the beginning of the Lenten season. We will have a Lenten study that Pastor Ron and I will co-lead together, and that will begin on Wednesday, March 9th. It will take place fully on Zoom for 6 weeks at 7 p.m. And our book that we will be using to guide our study is, Pastor Ron will help me with the title.
It's Entering the Passion of Jesus, a beginner's guide to Holy Week.
Yes, so if that sounds of interest to you, if you would like to learn more about Holy Week and these different days when we observe things and what happened, what's in the Bible for those stories, we invite you to join us for this study. And so that will begin Wednesday, March 9th. If you'd like to join us, there is a small cost for those materials. It's $15. So please let us know. You can sign up and join us for that study. So those are all of the upcoming ways both to mark the season of Lent, to observe the Lenten season, and grow in your faith together. So we hope that you will join us both in person or virtually connect with us.
And we look forward to seeing you this weekend. May God bless you.